Okay, here we go. I'm nervous. Okay, here we go. Topic of this video is head shake. And I've got a red light here. What to do? Well, if the camera wasn't on, I'd just go. But the camera is on, so you take this little side street here, and it's perfectly legal because there was no red light for the side street. And in 2 seconds, I merge back with the main street. Works if you want to go right. Anyways, what head shake is sometimes if you on a motorcycle or a scooter, I doubt with a bicycle. If it happens with a bicycle, I don't know of it. Sometimes the handlebars, like the handlebars, the front tire, or the front assembly, I don't know, will shake violently. Sometimes it'll start slowly and it'll get worse, and it can actually shake pretty strongly. The most famous video of that, there's a video of a guy going in the GT, what is it, the Isle of Man, what's that called, the GT, no, that's not it's like the double T, the TT races. Anyways, there's a guy going on the Isle of Man on a motorcycle, and he comes around a corner, and his handlebars start shaking, and the whole bike starts shaking, and it gets worse and worse, and he actually lets go of the handlebars, and then crashes. Yeah, if you've seen it before, you know which one I'm talking about. It's been shown a million bajillion times. Gotta love Taiwan roundabouts. Sarcasm. So, yeah, I'm cutting you off, sorry. So the way it works is, the reasoning behind it is it's the front shocks trying to work out a bug. Could I be more vague? Like if say that one of your two front shocks compresses more than the other, like I don't know, like you hit a bump or something, and your motorcycle compensates for the bump by turning the front tire a little bit to the right. But then it turns like a little bit too much to the right, so then it compensates by shifting back to the left, but it compensates too much and it goes too far to the left, so then it has to compensate to go back to the right, etc., and so forth. And some people actually say like a good thing to do when the thing starts to shake is just take your hands off. Do people say that? Well, the number one rule, the number one advice is if it starts to shake your handlebars and it scares you, and it does cause crashes, the best thing to do is to accelerate, because in general it's your front tire or your front suspension trying to work out a problem. And when you accelerate, what happens is your front gets lighter. You take the weight off the front when you accelerate. So in actuality, you're lessening the load on the front suspension and giving it less to worry about. So if that's and in general you get. Well, actually, there's 2 times. Well, anyways, I'm talking way too much. Yeah, I think I'm so no one's. So I'm gonna do a little experiment here, and it's a pretty dangerous one, and I might possibly crash my motorcycle. So it should be scooter, sorry. So it should be interesting. My scooter right now has some natural, it's the front end. The front end is unbalanced. Like, I don't know, like the tire's worn in wrong, or perhaps one of my front shocks is blown or something. But my front end is trying to shake constantly. When I keep my hands on it, I'm actually forcing it to go straight. But when I take my hands off, it starts to vibrate and it gets worse and worse. And I've always wondered what would happen if I just kept my hands off. Like, would it just start, because it starts to shake a little, and then it gets worse and worse, and then the whole bike starts to shake. And if I just keep my hands off, well, what's going to happen? Is the bike going to flip? Is it going to just make a left-hand turn and shoot me off into a field or into oncoming traffic? So what better place to test this than on a road with traffic and me not wearing full gear? So here we go. I'm just going to take my hands off, and the handlebars are going to dance for us. I need them. I want to keep my hands off for a bit so I can't brake, so I need to get in front of these cars. That way, when I do crash, they can run me over. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm nervous. Okay, here we go.